Archangel Michael says, "This is the final call. A deposit unlike anything you have ever seen has been set aside for you. But heaven's vault does not stay open forever. If you turn away now, if you delay even until the 20th of August has passed, the gates will close and what was meant for your hands will vanish. I have seen the ledger in the realm you cannot see. Your name is written in gold, but next to it there is a date, a deadline. And once that moment strikes, the blessing will not wait."
Michael's voice doesn't sound like a whisper. It sounds like a trumpet breaking through your thoughts. He says, "You think you have time, but the clock in heaven runs differently than the one on your wall." In his vision, he saw you standing at a crossroads, one path lit with a golden glow, the other fading into a dim mist. In the glow, you hold an envelope, thick, heavy, sealed with a golden crest. Inside is not just paper, not just numbers, but the proof that everything you have been waiting for has finally been released. But the mist holds the image of you, standing with empty hands, replaying the moment you ignored this message, wishing you could go back. Michael says, "This is not just money. This is a restoration of everything stolen, delayed, and denied. The amount is not small. It is more than you have dared to ask, more than you have whispered in your private prayers." You try to picture it, but he interrupts. "Do not waste your time doubting. The transfer is already in motion. The only thing left is your response." The date is fixed, 20 August. He repeats it like it is carved in stone. Not the 21st, not later, not when I feel ready. When the appointed moment comes, heaven's hand will either place it in your life or return it to the treasury to be reassigned. It will not stay unclaimed. He warns you, the enemy knows the timing too. The shadow will try to distract you, convince you to delay, make you think it's a scam, make you laugh it off. But Michael says, every hesitation is a victory for the one who wants you to miss this. Every moment you wait is another step toward the closing door. You feel your pulse quicken. You glance at the clock. Somewhere deep inside, you sense that this is not a casual message. This is a divine summons. Michael's final words echo. Open this immediately. Not tomorrow, not later, now. Because the blessing you delay is the blessing you deny.
Michael's tone shifts, no longer urgent, but steady, like someone who knows exactly what will happen if you do not act. "In the realm where I stand, I see things before they appear to you. The deposit is already shining in the vault. The sum is fixed, not in coins, not in bills, but in divine measure. And yet, it is waiting on one thing, your acknowledgement." You try to ask, "Why me?" But he speaks over your thoughts. "Because the ledger shows your name and no one else's. You cannot give this away to another, but you can lose it through neglect." He describes the scene he saw. A great table like a courtroom bench, stretching far beyond what your eyes can measure. On the table, stacks of sealed envelopes, each one stamped with a heavenly crest. Some envelopes glow brighter than the sun. Some are dim, gathering dust. The glowing ones, Michael says, are for those who opened the message, who believed, who responded before the appointed time. The dim ones are for those who ignored the summons, thinking they could return later. But by the time they turned back, the seal was already broken, and the contents reassigned to another. You feel an ache in your chest at the thought. Michael's voice deepens. The date is not random. The 20th of August is not simply another day on your calendar. It is the final day the seal will wait for your hand. After that, it will dissolve like morning mist under the sun. The blessing will still exist, but you will not. He warns you about the danger between now and that day. Distractions that make you forget, doubts that make you dismiss it, voices that make you mock it. Each is a snare, and each has been set for you already. I can see them. Moments where you will feel like you have more important things to do. Moments where someone will laugh at the idea. Moments where you will feel embarrassed to believe. These are not random. They are assignments sent to rob you. You imagine yourself ignoring the message, and then the vision changes. Michael shows you two split scenes. In one, you are sitting in your room holding the sealed envelope in your hands, light pouring through the window, a strange peace wrapping around you like a blanket. You open it and feel a weight lift from your shoulders, the burden gone, the future secure. In the other, you are sitting in the same room, but the light is gone. The envelope is nowhere to be seen. The clock ticks loudly, and you are scrolled on your phone, searching for opportunities you once had, but can no longer find. This, he says, is the danger of thinking you can answer later. Michael's final words in this part are almost a command. Do not test the mercy of the appointed hour. Do not wait for the 20th to knock before you open. The blessing is already moving toward you. Every second you delay is like turning it away at the gate. Rise now, answer now, before the shadow finds the gap.
The golden light behind Michael dims, replaced by a horizon of storm clouds rolling like living creatures. His voice, though still firm, takes on an edge, like a warrior describing a battle he's already fought too many times. I have seen this pattern before, he says slowly. The message comes, the promise is delivered, the seal waits, and yet the one it belongs to delays. They tell themselves, I'll answer later. They treat eternity like it bends to their schedule. And then, he stops. His gaze shifts past you, as if looking into a distance you cannot see. And then the appointed day arrives. The gatekeeper asks for the sign, the proof you received and opened your seal. But the hands are empty, the ledger shows empty, and the blessing still intact is transferred to a name that answered without hesitation. You feel the air grow heavier. In the vision, the storm clouds burst open. From them you see figures, shadows tall and thin, their movements unnatural, bending and twisting in impossible ways. They carry what look like burning scrolls, their edges dripping with black ink instead of wax. Michael explains, these are the collectors. They do not create blessings. They steal them from the distracted, from the doubters, from the ones who thought they could wait. They have memorized your habits. They know the exact hour you will feel too tired to care. They know the friend who will mock you and make you close your heart. They know the subtle lies that will make you believe this warning is just a dream. One of the shadows approaches. You see your name, your full name, written in glowing gold on the scroll it holds. The glow is fading, the letters flickering like dying embers. Do you see? Michael asks, his voice rising like a trumpet in battle. They are already circling. They are waiting for the moment you decide it can wait until tomorrow. The 20th of August is not a suggestion. It is the line carved in stone. If you cross it without opening your seal, they will claim it before the sun rises again. The scene shifts. You're back in your own room. The clock on the wall now shows the date, August 20. The second hand ticks louder than you've ever heard before. On your desk sits the envelope, but this time it is barely visible, as though reality itself is pushing it away from you. You reach for it, and your hand passes through empty air. Michael steps closer. His wings, once glowing, are now burning with an intense white fire. His sword is drawn. I can fight for you, but I cannot open it for you. This is the law of the seal. The one it is sent to must be the one to break it. Every moment you delay, the fire of this blessing cools, and when it cools completely, it will harden, forever beyond your reach. You feel his words like a weight in your chest. He does not beg, he commands. Do it before the appointed day, and watch the shadow flee. Delay,
and you will search for years for what could have been yours in seconds. The wind roars, the light begins to return, but you can still hear the faint laughter of the shadow collectors fading into the distance.
The sound of the clock ticking doesn't fade. In fact, it's louder now, as if each second is being amplified, echoing from somewhere inside your bones. You try to shake it off, but it's there, constant, like a warning you can't ignore. The envelope still lies before you, faintly glowing. Your fingers twitch toward it, but something unseen holds you back. It's not fear, exactly. It's that strange heaviness, like an invisible weight pressing on your chest. A deep shadow stretches across the room, swallowing the corners in darkness. Then, without a sound, the temperature drops. Michael is still there, his form burning bright, but his eyes dart toward the far corner. He raises his sword slightly, his voice low. It's here. The air seems to ripple, and from the shadow, a figure steps forward. It's taller than Michael, yet twisted. Its body is wrapped in black vines of smoke that never stop moving. Its face is shifting. One moment, it's the face of someone you trust. The next moment, it's a stranger. Then your own reflection. Then your mother. Then a friend. It's all of them, and none of them. Michael's tone is sharper now. This is the Whisperer, the most dangerous of them all. It does not attack with claws or swords, it attacks with delay. The figure tilts its head toward you, smiling with a mouth that is too wide. It doesn't have to open it tonight. You're tired. You've had a long day. Why not wait until tomorrow morning? It's only a few hours. What's the rush? The moment you hear those words, you feel your body loosen. It almost sounds reasonable. Michael steps forward instantly, placing himself between you and the Whisperer. Do not listen. Every moment you delay, the chains around your blessing tighten. The Whisperer's power grows when you agree with it, even for a second. The figure's voice changes. Now it sounds like your own thoughts. But what if you open it and nothing happens? What if this is all in your head? You'd look foolish. Better to think about it for a while. Better to be sure. You realize your hand has dropped away from the envelope without you even noticing. Michael's armor flares with light, and he turns to you with urgency. I have seen thousands lose what was meant for them because of this spirit. It will never tell you no. It will always say later, and later is the graveyard of blessings. The Whisperer laughs softly, fading in and out of the shadows, circling you both. If the blessing is truly yours, it will wait, right? What's yours can't be taken. You have time, plenty of time. The ticking clock above you in the invisible realm speeds up. Michael shouts, "That's the lie! Heaven's blessings operate by appointed times, not endless chances. What is yours now can be reassigned at midnight if left unopened." The Whisperer's face morphs into someone you love, and it whispers, "Wouldn't your mother want you to think it through first? She'd want you to be careful, not impulsive." That's when you freeze. Mother. The very word makes your chest ache. And then you remember Michael's first words from days ago. This is about your mother. Michael's wings flare violently as if to break the Whisperer's hold. Yes, this is also tied to her. The blessing is not just for you. There is a healing, a restoration, an answered prayer for her life woven into your breakthrough. If you delay, her door closes too. The Whisperer snarls at the mention of your mother, its shifting face twisting into something ugly, its voice now a hiss. You think you can save her? You can't even save yourself. Just wait. Just wait. Michael slams his sword into the floor and the entire room shakes. Enough, he roars. I will not let you lose this. Do as I say, now. He turns to you, urgency blazing in his voice. There is one act that will break the Whisperer's grip instantly. Take your right hand and place it over the seal. Close your eyes. Speak these words out loud with no doubt. I break every delay. I claim my appointed time. August 20th will not pass me by. I open the door now. You hesitate. The Whisperer is still there, its voice dripping with temptation. It's late. You're tired. Tomorrow will be fine. But you see Michael's hand gripping his sword tighter, the glow around the envelope growing brighter, the clock above your head racing toward midnight. The choice is in front of you right now.
The room is no longer just a room. It feels like a courtroom and a battlefield at the same time. The glowing envelope on the table throbs like a heartbeat, your heartbeat. And above you, the ticking clock is now hammering, each second slamming into your chest. Michael's wings flare wider, silver and white feathers scattering sparks into the air, as if his very presence is burning holes into the darkness. His voice cuts through the tension. Say the words now. Your right hand hovers over the envelope. It's warm, almost alive. The Whisperer circles you both, a cyclone of black smoke, its shifting faces flickering too fast to track. You catch glimpses, a teacher you once respected, a friend from childhood, a stranger in the market, yourself in a mirror, all speaking the same lie in unison. Wait, tomorrow, you're not ready. Michael steps closer, and for a moment you see a flash of something in his eyes. Desperation. Not for himself, but for you. Do you understand? He says, his voice low but trembling with power. I have been assigned to you for this. If you lose this moment, my mission ends in defeat. The Whisperer's smoke tendrils reach for your wrist, cold and almost liquid. As soon as they touch your skin, you feel your memories twist. You remember times you almost took a leap, almost made a choice, but delayed and lost. The images play fast. A phone call you didn't return in time. An application you submitted too late. A trip you didn't take until it was no longer possible. Every memory ends the same way. A locked door. The realization hits. This spirit has been following you for years. It's not new. It's been at your side since you were young, always whispering later, until later became never. Michael sees your face and knows you understand. It's been with you since the beginning. But this time, if you break it now, it will never touch you again. The Whisperer hisses, its voice now deeper, layered with hundreds of voices at once. You think you can end me? I have fed on your hesitation for decades. I know you better than you know yourself. The ticking above is faster now, nearly a constant rattling. Midnight is moments away. Michael's armor begins to glow white hot. He drops to one knee in front of you, an angel kneeling, and takes your hand, guiding it firmly onto the seal. His voice shakes like a war drum. Repeat after me, word for word, without hesitation. Every pause gives it power. Your mouth is dry, your throat tight. You glance once more at the Whisperer. It's closer now, almost leaning over your shoulder, whispering directly into your ear. Even if you open it now, you won't know what to do with it.
You'll mess it up. You'll lose it. Better to be safe. Michael raises his voice, cutting through the darkness. Now. The words leave your mouth, shaky at first. I break every delay. The whisperer's smoke whips violently, but it doesn't retreat. It tries harder, hissing. You're making a mistake. You keep going louder. I claim my appointed time. The black smoke starts to peel away from your arm, screaming. The faces in it twist in agony, melting back into formless shadow. Michael grips your hand harder. His wings burst with light. Say it again with authority. You roar the next line with a strength you didn't know you had. August 20th will not pass me by. The whisperer lets out a shriek so loud it cracks the floor beneath your feet. The clock above your head shatters, raining fragments of glowing glass into the air. The final line leaves your mouth like thunder. I open the door now. The seal under your hand bursts with light so bright you have to close your eyes. The entire room shakes like a storm has hit it, and the whisperer's form is ripped apart, sucked backward into a black tear in the air, vanishing with a sound like 1,000 doors slamming shut. When the light fades, you're still standing. Michael is before you, breathing hard, sword in hand, the glow around him calmer now. The envelope is open, but instead of paper, a living stream of golden light flows out of it, swirling around your hands. It's warm. It's alive. Michael smiles. Not the proud smile of victory, but the relieved smile of someone who was this close to losing you to the shadows. You did it. The delay is broken. Now, what comes next will be fast, and you must be ready.
The golden stream pouring from the envelope doesn't just circle your hands anymore. It erupts upward, a column of light punching through the roof, through the sky, and into something far above. The air around you shifts instantly. It's not quiet. It's too quiet. The kind of silence that presses on your ears until you can hear your own blood moving. Michael doesn't lower his sword. He doesn't celebrate. Instead, his gaze sharpens on the column of light as if he's watching for something. You finally speak, your voice small against the glowing storm. It's over, right? He doesn't answer at first. Then slowly, he says, you just rang the bell that your enemy has feared for years. But when you ring a bell, every ear hears it, and not all are friendly. The hairs on your arms stand straight up. The golden light around you begins to hum, deep and resonant, like the vibration of a massive string being plucked. You realize it's not just filling the room, it's filling you. Memories flash. Moments in life you thought were lost opportunities suddenly look different, like rewinding a film and noticing details you never saw before. You see threads of golden connection, one leading to a person you met years ago, another to a message you ignored, another to a path you almost took but abandoned. They're all coming back, one by one, right now. But with every thread that reconnects, the pressure in the air builds. The golden light is like water breaking through a dam, and something on the other side is furious it can't stop it. Michael turns sharply toward the far end of the room. From the darkness there, a low rumble grows. Not the whispering hiss of the delay spirit. This is heavier, older, like an earthquake wearing a heartbeat. The shadows bend, twist, and then tear open like wet paper. Something steps through. At first, it looks like a man in black armor, but as it moves, you realize the armor isn't metal. It's charred bone,
fused together with molten seams of lava. Its eyes are two black pits swirling with embers. Every step it takes burns the floor beneath it, the wood curling into ash. Michael mutters under his breath. You don't catch all of it, but you hear the collector. The figure's voice is deep enough to rattle your ribs. The seal is broken. The flood has begun, but not all of it belongs to you. It lifts a long chain made of black iron links, each link engraved with names. Your name is among them. I am here to collect. You can barely speak. What does that mean? Michael answers without taking his eyes off the thing. It means the fight isn't over. You broke the delay, but now you have to defend the release, or he'll take it before it reaches you. The collector's chain begins to glow red, and the names on it shimmer, as if the chain is pulling at reality itself. You feel a tug deep in your chest, a magnetic pull trying to rip the golden light out of you. Michael moves fast. In a single motion, he plants his sword in the floor between you and the collector. The blade bursts with a wall of white fire that pushes the pull back for a moment. But the collector only smiles, not wide, but enough to make you realize he's not here to try, he's here to win. You've waited years. You think you can handle it all now? That you won't waste it again? I'll spare you the pain of failing. I'll take it now, and you can go back to the safety of wanting without having. His words sting, because part of you fears they're true. Michael notices your hesitation. His voice snaps like a whip. Don't you dare believe him! You think the delay was strong? This is worse. This is the thief that comes after the blessing is released. The golden light around you flickers, as if it's sensing your uncertainty. The collector takes a step closer. You feel the temperature drop, but the air burns to breathe. Michael's wings flare wide again, this time each feather glowing like a blade. If you want to keep what's yours, you'll have to fight, and not just beside me. You'll have to strike yourself. Your voice cracks. I've never thought anything like this. Exactly why he thinks you'll lose. But I wasn't sent here to fight for you. I was sent here to fight with you. The collector growls, wrapping the chain around his arm. The first name to vanish will be yours. And then he moves. Michael shouts a single word that feels like it's shaking the walls. Now! The golden light that was swirling gently around you suddenly surges, wrapping your arms in glowing strands like armor. Your right hand burns with heat, and when you glance down, you see you're holding something you've never seen before, a weapon that seems made of steel and pure sunlight. It's not heavy. It feels like an extension of your own heartbeat. The collector swings the chain toward you, the links slicing the air like blades. Without thinking, you raise the weapon. The chain slams into it, the clash exploding with a shockwave that knocks dust from the rafters. Michael leaps in front, driving the collector back a few steps with a series of quick strikes. Hold him on your side, he calls out. And just like that, you're in the fight. The room isn't just a room anymore. With each strike, the walls flicker between worlds. One moment, you're standing in the familiar space you started in. The next, you're in a vast golden plain under a black sky. Then on a stone bridge over an endless drop. Then in a desert of glass. It's as if the battle is breaking through layers of reality. The collector's speed is terrifying. Every time you block one strike, two more come from angles you didn't expect. But each time you hit back, the golden light in your chest grows stronger, and you realize this isn't just defense. Every counterstrike is pulling back something he took from you in the past. You see flashes, money,
relationships, opportunities, health, each one ripping free from the chain and flying back into the golden column above. Michael's voice cuts through the chaos. He can't take what you guard with your own hands. The truth hits you. This is why you had to be part of the fight. The delay was broken by surrender. The theft is stopped by ownership. The battle is reaching a breaking point. The collector roars, swinging the chain in a wide arc, smashing through one of the flickering walls. Behind it you see something terrifying. An endless black tide of other chains, each one carrying millions of names. You realize this isn't just about you. There are others, countless others waiting for someone to fight like this. Michael glances at you, and you see it in his eyes. The decision will have to be made soon. Do you finish this fight just for yourself? Or do you risk everything to break more than your own chain? The golden weapon in your hand pulses, as if it's waiting for your choice. The collector lunges for you one final time, and the world seems to slow, giving you one last heartbeat to decide.
Archangel Michael's voice returns, this time not as a calm whisper, but as a tone that carries both urgency and finality. The final layer of the seal is breaking, and the countdown has nearly reached its end. You glance at the clock. The second hand is no longer moving at its usual steady pace. It jerks, as if struggling. Every tick sounds louder than the last. Michael continues. You think the delay is harmless. You think, maybe I will check later. But every moment you hesitate, the vault's gates lose their strength. You must understand, the treasure that was meant for you is not like ordinary currency. This is not just paper, not just numbers on a screen. It is power, provision, and protection woven together. And the moment the appointed time passes without your acknowledgement, the claim will be erased as if it never existed. Your hands grow clammy. You picture it. A massive ancient vault carved from stone, deep in a place that feels older than the earth itself. Golden seals shimmer around its entrance, each seal representing an opportunity, a divine agreement. And one by one, those seals are flickering. The light in them is dying. Michael's voice grows heavier, each word pounding in your chest like a heartbeat. If you think this is just about money, you have already underestimated the weight of this moment. This is about inheritance. This is about the promise attached to your name before you were even born. If you let it slip, you will have not just missed a payment, you will have lost a key meant to unlock generations of blessing. You feel a tightening in your chest. The ticking grows faster now, faster than it should. The date August 20 flashes in your mind over and over, as if someone is burning it into your vision. Michael's tone becomes almost pleading. I can see it, and I cannot intervene unless you act. If you rise now, if you take this message as truth and open what has been sent, the vault will close to the enemy and open to you. But if you let the clock run out, you suddenly hear a deep metallic clang, like the sound of a vault door beginning to shut. The light in the vision begins to dim. If you let the clock run out, Michael repeats, his voice now shaking the very air. You will stand before that vault with empty hands, knowing that once it was full, and that it will never be opened for you again. Clang! The sound comes again, louder. The vision fades, leaving only the pounding of your heart and the echo of that ticking clock.
The sound of the clock ticking is no longer just in your ears, it's inside your bones. Each tick is a jolt, each tock a reminder that something irreversible is about to happen. Your vision blurs for a moment, and when it clears, you're not standing in your room anymore. You are inside a long, dim corridor made entirely of black stone, lit by torches that burn with blue flames. The corridor stretches forward endlessly, and at the very end, you see it, the last door. It's not just a door. It's a gate taller than any building you've seen, made of pure gold, yet covered in strange engravings that seem to move when you look at them too long. Archangel Michael appears again, standing beside you. His wings are spread wide, but they're not glowing now. They are shadowed, tense, as if even he feels the weight of this moment. "This is the final door," he says, his voice low but charged. Behind it lies the sum of what has been promised to you. The resources, the restoration, the healing, the opportunities that were written into your life scroll before you took your first breath. But right now, that door is not yours alone. Others. He turns his gaze down the corridor. You follow it and you see them. 5 dark figures, their shapes twisting unnaturally like smoke in human form. They are moving toward the door from the opposite side, faster than you can comprehend. Each one carries a long, jagged blade glowing with a dull red light. Michael's voice hardens. They do not want to take your treasure. They want to poison it, burn it, so it never reaches you. And they have been counting the same time you have. They know that on August 20th, the seals will fully weaken for a few moments. That is their window, and yours. Suddenly, the corridor shakes. Boom! As if the door has just been struck from the other side. The golden engravings ripple like water. Michael steps closer to you, and your eyes, bright like molten gold, lock on yours. You are still standing here, waiting, but waiting has a cost. Every second you do not step forward, they move closer. Every second you hesitate, the blessings behind that door slip further from your grasp. Your mind flashes images. A table overflowing with documents, deeds, contracts, signed agreements, each with your name written in gold. A river of gold coins pouring into your hands, but draining through your fingers like sand because you're not holding tight enough. A key, gleaming and ancient, falling into darkness because you didn't reach in time. Michael's rings flare, light bursting from their tips, pushing back the darkness for a moment. If you take the step now, if you acknowledge what is here, the enemy will be locked out forever. But if you turn away even for a moment, the moment will turn away from you. The clock's ticking becomes deafening. 10, 9, 8. Numbers are now glowing in the air in front of you, counting down, each one pulsing like a heartbeat. Michael grips your shoulder, and his eyes, bright like molten gold, lock on yours. Do you hear me? This is not a small opportunity. This is not just another day. This is the day written for you before your ancestors walked the earth. And I tell you now, if you miss this appointed time, the scroll will move on, the blessings will be reassigned, and you will be left with the echo of what could have been. You glance past him. The shadow figures are almost at the door now. Their movements are quicker, more frantic, their jagged blades raised high. 7, 6, 5. Michael's voice thunders now, shaking the ground beneath your feet. Do not wait for the last second. Do not gamble with what heaven has already paid for. The vault is about to open, and the vault will only open once. 4, 3. Your chest tightens. The air is electric. You know that if you don't move now, the glow will vanish, the key will dissolve, and the final door will be nothing but a memory. Michael raises his sword and points it toward the door. His voice is no longer just speaking. It's commanding every cell in your body to move. Step forward now, or lose it forever.
2, 1. The screen of your vision is swallowed in blinding golden light. And then, silence.
The golden light from the countdown hasn't faded yet. It's so bright that for a moment you can't see anything. The sound of your own breathing fills your ears, loud and ragged. Your heart is slamming against your ribs like it's trying to escape. Then, the light thins, shapes return, and you realize you're standing right in front of the final door. It is trembling. The engravings across its surface are glowing brighter than ever, but the glow is unstable, flashing between pure gold and deep crimson, like it's fighting itself. Behind you, you hear it, the footsteps. Those twisted shadow figures are right there now, so close you can feel the cold radiating from them. The air smells like burnt iron and ash. One of them hisses, and the sound claws at your spine. Michael steps forward, placing himself between you and them. His sword is drawn, blazing with light so intense that it distorts the air around it. But even he doesn't turn his back on the door. His eyes keep flicking to it, as if time itself is breathing down his neck. "It's still yours," he says firmly, "but it will not wait for you." You reach out instinctively, and the instant your fingers touch the golden surface, something happens. The engravings writhe, shifting, forming words in a language you somehow understand. They are not just letters, they are decrees, spoken before the earth was formed. Prepared for you, appointed for you, but only if you take it now. The door groans. A thin beam of gold slips through a crack between the panels, spilling across your hands. The moment it touches your skin, you feel a rush. Memories of pain and loss replaced with visions of restoration. An empty table now set with abundance. A room once filled with silence now ringing with laughter. You can almost see your future through that crack. Your name on the documents, the debt erased, the healing complete. It's right there. But then, boom! The entire corridor shakes violently. The shadow figures have struck. Their jagged blades crash into an invisible barrier Michael has placed between you and them. Sparks of dark red and white fly into the air, sizzling as they fall. One of them hisses, and the sound claws at your spine. Michael steps forward, placing himself between you and them. His sword is drawn, blazing with light so intense that it distorts the air around it. But even he doesn't turn his back on the door. His eyes keep flicking to it, as if time itself is breathing down his neck. "It's still yours," he says firmly, "but it will not wait for you." You reach out instinctively, and the instant your fingers touch the golden surface, something happens. The engravings writhe, shifting, forming words in a language you somehow understand. They are not just letters, they are decrees, spoken before the earth was formed. Prepared for you, appointed for you, but only if you take it now. The door groans.
The pull from the door is almost unbearable now, like the light itself has hooked into your very heartbeat and is reeling you in. Your feet inch forward, but your mind is chaos. Every voice from your past screams inside you. What if this is a trap? What if you're too late? What if you're not worthy of it? The golden crack widens. For a split second, you glimpse more than just light. You see a table covered in documents, contracts, deeds, receipts, every one of them with your name at the top, stamped in bold red letters, paid in full. You see a bank account screen glowing with numbers that don't seem real, more zeros than you can count, yet you know they are yours. You see a figure in the distance, your mother. She is smiling, not the tired smile she wears now, but a deep, unshaken joy you haven't seen in years. Her hands are reaching toward you. The sight almost makes your knees give out. But then,
A dark lance of energy rips through the air beside your head, slamming into the barrier Michael placed. The golden shield flares, but cracks ripple across it like glass under pressure. Michael grits his teeth. His wings beat once, sending shock waves of light that push the shadow creatures back. "You're seconds away," he says, "but if you hesitate now, they'll claim what is yours and it will be handed to another. That is the law of the gate." The shadows hiss louder, their forms twisting into monstrous shapes, jagged claws, endless teeth, glowing red eyes. One steps forward, and the temperature around you drops instantly, like you've been thrown into a frozen ocean. It speaks directly into your mind. "It's too much for you. You'll never hold it. Step away. Let it close." You almost believe it. Almost. But then, your eyes drift back to the door. The light pulses in rhythm with your heartbeat, as if the gate is alive and knows you by name. The ground beneath your feet starts shifting. The corridor is tilting, dragging you backward toward the shadows. You dig your heels in, fingers clawing at the door frame, but your strength is fading. Michael moves, not walking, blurring. In one breath, he's in front of you, his sword planted into the ground, both hands clasped over yours on the golden frame. His voice is a low growl. The enemy doesn't care how close you are. If they can make you pause for even one heartbeat, it's over. Step through. The crack of light is wider now, wide enough to see the other side clearly. And what you see, it's not just your future. It's the version of you you've been fighting to become. Confident, whole, free from fear. You are standing beside your mother, both of you laughing, your hands full of blessings you once thought impossible. The golden wind from inside the gate rushes past your face, warm and alive, carrying whispers that feel like promises. No more lack, no more delay, no more chains. You plant one foot forward. The shadows shriek in rage, their claws scraping against the barrier so hard that sparks rain down like black fire. One of them manages to wedge its arm through a tiny fracture, reaching for your ankle. Michael's blade swings, a flash of white so bright it burns your vision. The arm is severed, dissolving into smoke before it can touch you. "Now!" he shouts, his voice shaking the walls. Your second foot crosses the threshold, and suddenly, the world falls silent. No footsteps, no hissing, no heartbeat pounding in your ears. Just a stillness so deep it feels like eternity is holding its breath. The golden light wraps around you fully now. You can't see the shadows anymore, but you feel them just beyond the closing door. Watching, waiting. The gate's hinges groan one last time as it swings inward, and you step into the unknown. The moment your foot crosses the threshold, the world changes. The air feels different here, thicker, heavier, yet there's a sweetness to it, like breathing in the scent of rain after years of drought. You glance back instinctively. The gate is still open, but narrowing quickly, like an eye slowly closing. Through the sliver of golden light, you can still see Michael standing guard, sword drawn, his wings forming a shield of fire. The shadows press against the barrier in a frenzy, their forms writhing and multiplying. Michael's gaze locks on you. His mouth moves, but you can't hear him anymore. The sound is gone, swallowed by this place. Still, you read his lips clearly. Keep walking. Don't stop. The gate seals with a deep, final boom. The sound doesn't just echo, it ripples through the ground, through your bones, through the very air, as if the whole realm is aware that a decision has been made. You stand alone. The light here isn't like the golden glow outside. It's softer, almost silver, as though every object, if they are objects, has its own inner radiance. Shapes are blurred in the distance, vast towers, glimmering rivers, something that might be a bridge stretching into the clouds. Your footsteps sound too loud on the white stone path beneath you. Each one feels like it's being recorded in the very fabric of the realm. Somewhere far ahead, you see movement. A figure, tall, robed, walking slowly towards you. Your heart races. You want it to be Michael, or your mother, or anyone familiar, but the figure's pace is unhurried, deliberate, and as it draws closer, you realize its face is hidden beneath the hood. You call out. Your own voice sounds strange here, like it's made of light and echo, but there's no reply. Finally, you're close enough to see the faint glint of a chain in the figure's hand. It's holding something. No, someone. A second figure emerges from behind the first. It's you, but not the you who just stepped through the gate. This version is worn, bruised, exhausted, eyes hollow, clothes torn. Shackles around the wrists clink softly with each step. The hooded figure stops. The chained version of you stares directly into your eyes. 1,000 thoughts crash in your mind. Is this some illusion? A warning? Or is this what you would have become had you not stepped through? The hooded figure speaks, its voice low, carrying weight that bends the air. This is the part you never saw, the future you escaped, or the one you are still bound to if you turn back. Behind them, the silver sky ripples like disturbed water. Through the ripples, you see flashes of familiar scenes. You sitting alone in your room, scrolling endlessly on your phone. You counting coins at a shop counter, embarrassed. You standing outside a closed door, too afraid to knock. You look away, but the images pull at you like gravity. Why are you showing me this? You demand. The hooded figure tilts its head slightly. Because you must understand, receiving what was promised is not the end. It is the beginning. But if you carry the same chains here, they will follow you into eternity. The chained version of you lifts their wrists, and the metal glows faintly. You see words engraved on the shackles. Fear, doubt, delay. The hooded figure drops the chain. It falls to the ground like a sound glass breaking underwater. The chained you steps forward, and in that moment, you realize you're not supposed to run from them. They merge into you. It's not painful, but it's overwhelming. Memories, emotions, insecurities flooding in all at once. You stagger, nearly falling to your knees. A voice, not Michael's, not the hooded figure's, but your own, whispers inside your skull. If you can walk with me, I cannot bind you. If you deny me, I will own you again. You steady yourself. Somewhere deep inside, a warmth spreads, like the moment before you finally tell the truth after years of silence. The hooded figure steps closer now. From under the hood, two eyes glow. Not white, not gold, but something deeper. You came for money, and you will have it. But understand this, what you receive will magnify what you are. If you bring chains, you will be crushed. If you bring freedom, you will soar. It gestures toward the bridge you saw earlier. Beyond it, the towers shine brighter now, and you hear faint music, like a choir singing in a language you don't know, but somehow understand. You take a step toward the bridge. The silver air shimmers, almost like it's resisting you. And far, far behind you, at the place where the gate's sealed, you hear it. A scratching sound, persistent, hungry. The shadows are trying to find a way in. The hooded figure says only one thing before fading into mist. Once you start crossing, you cannot turn back. Decide now. You take another step forward, and the bridge begins to hum beneath your feet.
You stand at the foot of the bridge. It isn't made of stone or wood. It looks like pure light, yet it feels solid beneath your shoes. The railings curve upward like the ribs of some vast, sleeping creature, their edges shimmering faintly as though they've been dusted with frost. The music from the towers grows clearer now, but it's not steady. It wavers, sometimes harmonious, sometimes clashing like two different choirs singing at war with each other. You place your foot on the first plank of light. The moment you do, something strange happens. A low hum resonates up your leg, into your bones, vibrating in your chest. It's not unpleasant, but it feels like the bridge is reading you. You glance over your shoulder. The silver air behind you has begun to swirl unnaturally, like storm clouds folding inward. From deep within that swirl, you see them, the shadows. Not just a few this time, but countless, all pressing toward the spot where the bridge begins. They cannot step onto it yet, but you can feel their hunger, the way they strain against an invisible barrier. You turn forward. Step 2. The hum deepens. It's like the bridge is speaking a language you can almost understand. Step 3. And suddenly, it speaks in your mind. Name yourself. You freeze. It's not asking for your name. No, you know that's not what it means. It wants to know who you believe you are. A thought flashes. I am someone who survived. Another, I am someone who failed too many times. Another, I am not ready. The bridge hums sharply, almost a warning. You force the thought, I am the one who walked through the gate. The hum softens, approving. Step 4. The air ahead grows warmer, and the music steadies until you hear something else. Footsteps, not your own. Close, too close. You whirl, and there, on the same bridge, just a few steps behind you, is someone else. No, not someone else. It's your mother. But she's not as you remember her. Her clothes are in tatters, her hair hangs over her face, and her eyes are empty. She holds out her hands towards you. Please, she whispers, take me with you. Your heart twists. The bridge hums again, this time sharp, almost painful in your skull. You hear its voice inside your head. This is not your mother. The figure steps closer, and now you notice it. The shadow creeping at the edges of her form, like smoke seeping from cracks. You step back instinctively, and the bridge underfoot vanishes for a split second. Your stomach lurches. Beneath you is nothing but silver emptiness stretching forever downward. Then the plank reforms, but your heart is racing. The figure tilts its head. If you keep walking, you will leave everyone behind. Do you want to be that kind of person? Its voice shifts. One moment, it's your mother. The next, it's your own voice, dripping with accusation. You clench your fists. You're not real, you say. The figure smiles,
and bursts into black mist, scattering into the silver air. The bridge hums again, lower now. It feels like approval, but also warning. Step 5. The towers ahead grow larger, their details sharper. You can now see balconies of crystal, banners of light flowing in wind you cannot feel. But in the sky above them, something massive stirs. A shadow so large it could be mistaken for a cloud, until it moves. Wings. A creature, silent, gliding, its body long and coiled like a serpent carved from night. It doesn't approach. It just follows from above, watching. Step 6. The bridge narrows. No rails now, only a single path of light, barely wide enough for your feet. The hum changes pitch. It's not words this time, it's more like a test. You feel it probing your memories, forcing you to recall every moment you've doubted yourself. Your mind floods with them. The night you missed the one phone call that could have changed everything. The time you lied to protect your pride and lost a friend forever. The mornings you woke up knowing you could do something great, but stayed in bed instead. Your knees tremble. You want to turn around, but you know what waits behind. The swarm of shadows pressing closer now, their faint hisses reaching your ears. Step 7. The bridge tilts slightly. It shouldn't. There's no wind here. Yet you find yourself leaning to one side to keep balance. The light under your feet flickers. You force your gaze forward, and then you see it. Halfway across the bridge, standing directly in your path, is a door. Not a tower door, not an ornate gate, just an ordinary wooden door, faded and scratched, with a rusty handle. It looks completely wrong here in this place of silver skies and crystal towers. But the moment you see it, your chest tightens. You know this door. You've seen it in dreams. You've seen it in memories you've tried to bury. The last time you opened it in waking life, something was taken from you that you never got back. You stop. The bridge hums louder, urgent. Open it, or turn back. Behind you, the shadows have reached the first plank. They can step onto the bridge now, and they are moving fast. You step toward the door, your hand trembling as it reaches for the handle. It's cold, colder than anything in this place has been. You turn it, and the world on the other side is...
The shadows have broken through. They pour into the room like living night, twisting and snapping toward you with clawed hands. Your double steps back into the dark, still clutching the box. The cracks in the walls widen. The entire memory bedroom collapses into blinding white light. For a moment, you are weightless. Then, a sound. The same sound from the bridge. The deep, resonant hum. You open your eyes. You are kneeling, not on the bridge, not in the room, but in an endless golden hall, its ceiling so high you can't see where it ends. Before you, a figure stands, tall, radiant, wings outstretched so wide they seem to brush the horizon itself. His armor gleams with shifting light, as though every metal in the world has merged into one. His eyes are not merely bright, they are oceans of fire and sky. Archangel Michael. He looks at you, not as a stranger, but as someone he has known since the moment you were first formed.
In his hands, the box. But now it is open, and your heart is inside it, whole, glowing brighter than before. You faced the shadow of yourself, Michael says, his voice like thunder wrapped in kindness. And you did not turn away. You feel strength rushing through your body, not from you, but from him. Every wound, every fear, every doubt burns away like paper in a flame. You lower your head instinctively. Your hands rise to your chest, palms together, fingers pointing upward, not in fear, but in honor. It is the way believers greet a king. It is the way soldiers greet their commander. It is the way a soul greets the protector of heaven's gates. I am here, you say. I stand under your command. Michael steps forward, places the box against your chest, and as it touches you, the heart returns inside. A warmth spreads through you, so powerful it feels like sunrise bursting within your bones. Go, Michael commands. Your time in this world is not done. Carry my banner, speak my name, and no darkness shall touch you. The golden hall dissolves into pure light. You find yourself standing back in your own world, but you know, beyond all doubt, that he is with you, watching, guarding, fighting for you. You bow once more, hands together over your heart, whispering the words that now feel like a shield around your soul. Saint Michael the Archangel, protect us.